So basically, what we're talking about is like intentionality over optimization is something I've been thinking about. You know, as you become an adult, you understand when you go to do a task, you know, you have to have very deliberate intention if you want to do, number one, do a good job, complete it in a good amount of time. You want to be productive so that when you're doing something, it's actually creating progress in your life, moving your life forward, which is like a kid. I remember my dad yelling at me and he would snap his fingers, wake up, pay attention.
Yeah.
A job isn't worth doing unless it's done well. Well, AI is going to give people the chance to kind of phone it in where they're not really paying attention. Mistakes can happen. And so that's, again, coming the idea of discernment, intentionality with using AI. So we want to teach all the kids the difference between just like typing in something into chat and being like, sure, I copy pasted this.
The thing I think from like a school standpoint, like they've already implementing, you know, AIs in some of the schools. I've seen some, you know, schools in Pittsburgh that already have AI, and the younger, like the elementary schools that are introducing some kind of like AI like character. And so the thing is that whether we want to introduce it in our home or not, it's being introduced in school, you know? So the thing is that I think we need to talk to our kids about, hey, this is what school is for. Yes, you have these options available to help you, but these are helpers. They are not to write your paper. And if they do write your paper and you turn it in and you didn't read it, I'm telling you, there are still many mistakes that they make, not just information wise. I mean, even just spelling, I've found a lot. And just
Really?
ChatGPT would spell something wrong. Or it would completely, if we're not knowing how to prompt things correctly, you know, it completely goes off left field, you know. So that's why it's important, I think, to have conversations with your kid and be like, yes, we have these tools that we can use to help us to a point, but we still need to go to school and get an education and work towards your dream, your goal, because you don't want an AI educated doctor in the future. At least right now, you don't want that.
Sure.
You know, if your kid wants to be a lawyer or a doctor, even an artist to a point, you don't want that. You know, I think that it's still important to be pushing that it's just a tool. It's not a perfect tool. It's going to be getting things wrong a lot. Maybe we can learn to use it together. It is not going to replace you in doing your schoolwork. That's one big thing that I think schools do worry about. Teachers worry about is getting papers that are great that they write. So you don't know how they're going to turn out, but the kid still has to do the work is what it comes down to.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that schools are doing things where they're kind of dividing tasks, homeworks, assignments into 3 different tiers. You know, one that's 100% human accomplished, one that's dual, and one that can be entirely AI.
Yeah.
And I think that's interesting to understand the difference.
And I think all these things we're talking about, we will post on our social medias and stuff like that. You know, the articles about, you know, specific schools, or like you're talking about the 3, you know, tiers of learning that they might be implementing in the future, you know, because like they changed math. They're going to change, you know what I mean? Like they're going to start implementing this stuff in here. So I don't want parents to, you know, like we're sitting with our 7-year-old right now, and we didn't learn math the way that they're learning now. I'm like, why don't you just 10 plus 5 is 15? Like, why do I have to put these things in these bubbles? And like, but I mean, he gets to thank heavens, you know, and the teacher sends things home, because I'm like, why am I learning it this way?
Yeah.
You know, but it's just funny. It's so different, you know.